Yo, what's good with it, my dogs? My name is Quada, and in today's video, we got some Ultimate Gohan superhero from the DLC gameplay. Oh my god. But that's not the only thing in this video. In this video, I'm also going to show you what happens when you decide to record late at night in a Discord with all your homies. Let me just go ahead and get this out the way. A lot of yapping has been done, but do we mind it? Not too much, I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting there chilling, playing the game, and one of the homies felt like venting. So, you know, we listen and we don't judge. But with that being said, if you enjoy the content, want some more sparking videos, be sure to follow on Twitch, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna catch y'all when I catch y'all. Peace.
Just fucking smoke that shit, clear it out.
All right, so you were hitting dabs at work.
On my break. And then after that, after I got through with that, after that, I go back inside and I get back to work. Nobody bothered me. I'm just under the hood, just welding away, bro. Just high as fuck.
Yeah, I imagine welding and like factory shit, you probably don't get bothered that much. It's probably chill.
Yeah, so I kind of had to plan it out at times, so that way to make sure like I didn't have my boss coming up on me too early or something like right before. It'd always be the time like it'd already start to like go down, so I was chilling. I'd have coworkers asking me like, "Hey, why are you swaying?" I'm like, "What you mean?" I ain't swaying, bro. What you on about? They're like, "Let me have what you got." I'm like, "What you talking about, bro?"
Hell nah.
Nah, because everybody that I was working with is just ex-convicts and people that just got out of fucking prison and shit.
What?
Welcome to the conversation.
A bunch of Mexicans too. There's literally the whole shop, bunch of Mexicans.
Okay.
You literally had everybody in there, bro. We were flipping coins for money. So like I put in 20, the other person put in 20, either heads or tails. Where we got the heads, boom, you got your 20. Then I put up 30, 40, 50. I ended up winning up to like $300. The total amount that I won over the entire time that I was there was like $1,000 something.
Oh, hell nah.
Just for flipping.
Okay.
Nobody making a paycheck on top of a paycheck.
Bro, my rent was cheap as fuck. I was paying $950 for a 2-bed, one bath apartment. Like that shit was woo. And I had a private yard with a private laundry room. I was in it, bro. And then I got 2 into it.
Oh nah.
And it was all downhill from there. Fucking I had moved to a different fucking city, and from there, like a couple months in, I lost my job for the main job that I moved there for, and I was working 2 jobs, so I was making a double income. So one of the jobs I would work from the morning to midday, and then that was 8 hours. After that, I would go straight to another job and do another 8 hours, and then go home. And then one time I ended up getting caught sleeping in my car because I got there hella early, and then I just closed my eyes, and you don't want to close your eyes. Nah. Closed my eyes, woke up to somebody knocking on my window, and I fucking got out. I was like, oh fuck, went back to work.
Oh shit.
And then after that, once I lost that main income, I was more worried about paying my fucking rent because I had moved to a whole different city, so now I'm paying a whole different amount of rent. So I was more worried about paying that. So I had a car that I was leasing out. They repo that shit, and all my tools and my welding gear and everything was in that car. And they took it. So
no.
I didn't get to grab my shit out, nothing. So they took all that. They took the car, and I paid my fucking my rent. And I didn't have any phone service. I didn't have anything at all, bro. I was more worried about paying my fucking rent than anything. And this is during COVID.
What the fuck?
No, during COVID, I was working the second job, and I was working at a Ace Hardware warehouse, and I was fucking racking up like the floors and stuff with like the forklift. So I was getting in there, picking up, clearing out the floors, stacking bins and all that shit. And then I was doing that for like fucking 7 months. And that was paying enough to get through the time that I was fucking dealing with. I got my phone up, I got my rent paid, I was capable of paying my bills, but I still didn't have a car. What else? Let's see. And then so after that, I got another job.
This lore is hitting right now.
Welding. Another job welding, right? So that job was going pretty well, and I was making a decent amount of money, but I was working at night shift. And over a certain amount of time, like I noticed that once they switched me back to day shift, I wasn't getting paid the differential rate during that time or something like that. Nah, flip that. I was working night shift and they weren't giving me my differential. And then I got back into it and I looked at my pay stubs and they looked a whole different. And so I was like, what the fuck? So I went up to them and they didn't pay me like 2 whole months.
Oh my
worth of,
God.
the wages of the percentage for the night shift.
What a finesse.
To give me that fucking money. So I was like, yo, what the fuck? So then I was just like going up to HR, talking to HR, and I was like, bro, like, I said, all right, we'll get you on, we'll train you. And then from there on, like, I started training, I fucking did my things. Like, I did pretty good. They got me training. I trained for a little bit. I started welding on actual products. I welded one thing and they gave me a $2 raise. They said, this shit looks good. Nice job. Got a $2 raise, okay? So then afterwards,
Like on the spot?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so then afterwards, they started me off at 22. Now I'm making 24. So then afterwards, I fucking was working there for a little bit. Everything was going good. I ended up getting into a whole different position because the guy that was group lead ended up going to day shift. And so I ended up getting into that position. But the thing is that they didn't promote me to that position. They only recognized me by just by word of mouth. So they were just like, yeah, bro, like we're gonna have everything go to you, like you're gonna get everything done, like it's gonna go good. So I was doing that shit for a while, and then afterwards he was just telling me like, I fucking went up to him and I was like, so like, am I gonna be able to get like a raise or something? Like, am I gonna get a title change? Like, I'm not just gonna sit here and do nothing for little fucking pays for this title, you know, just by word of mouth. And then so he was like, what are you doing? I was like, what? What am I doing? Oh, hell nah. So I was just like, what do you mean, what am I doing? Like, I literally took up the role of taking the responsibility of making sure that night shift is running accordingly and everybody's working on the job that they fucking need.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean I'm not doing nothing? And then so afterwards, I just said, whatever. If I just walked it off and I said, whatever. And then afterwards, they came up to me and they were just like, oh, like, so like I heard that the lead welder was trying to talk to you or something about like a raise. And I was like, yeah, I tried to talk to him about a raise. And he said I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, how does that make any sense? Well, then what the fuck do I come in to work for? I don't just come in to do nothing and get paid. Obviously, they want me to fucking work.
I never imagined.
So then fucking after that, there was just a whole bunch of fucking problems. And then like later on down. So you're telling me this entire time you've been fucking upset about that and you've never spoken up about it and said you let it intervene in our fucking worker relationship? And he's like, well, I was meaning to talk to you. I tried to talk to my wife about it. And like, she was trying to tell me like, to talk to you about it. But I just never did it, and I was gonna do it because we ended up going out to some fucking a job outside of fucking where we live, and it was like a 5-6 hour job, and we went out there and we fucking got into hotels and everything. And he was just telling me like, yeah, I meant to tell you and talk to you about it when we were over there, but like I just didn't end up doing it. I was like, what? So you're telling me that's like. And I was just like, bro, so you're telling me this entire time that's been upsetting you? You've never talked about it? Yeah. Why? Because I'm just not the type of guy to talk about my feelings like that. I'm like, bro. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I hurt your feelings. He's like, it's okay. I didn't care for him. Fuck that guy. So then I fucking went on without my day. And like afterwards, like I started thinking about all the things that I was doing beforehand, because like there's a couple things that I was doing, and I even asked of him. I was like, "Yo, can you teach me how to weld in this for this material?" He's like, "Nah, your weld sucked. You need to get better." I was like, "What?" And then he ended up putting on someone else whose welds were even worse than mine. And I was like, "Nah." Now it makes sense on why this motherfucker didn't want to fucking train me up on that. Fucking just pop that shit open. My fucking group lead comes up to me, yo, they need to talk to you up front. I was like, oh, I already know where this is going. Go up front. They're like, so there's been some changes and we're deciding to let you go. Oh, word. Okay. So I like literally had just gotten back from fucking COVID, and this is the way you're gonna fucking bring me back. And like I was busting ass. I was doing everything possible to fucking try to get myself up there and get my training on, get my resume going. Like these motherfuckers really just fucking switched up on me just because of the fact that this dude was just like petty over some YouTube. Like he just learned off YouTube, I guess. Like literally fucking lost that job. Fucking got unemployment because I was like, nah, bro, I need this fucking money. I ain't got no second income coming in. So I fucking got that, and I fucking like probably like what a week in, I had applied to so many jobs, and I was literally sitting at my fucking window, about to spark up a bowl. I get a phone call. They fucking called me like, yo, is this you? And then I was like, yo, this is him. I was like just sitting there about to start smoking, bro, before I fucking was about to go on about my day. They call me like, you didn't come in for a weld interview right now? It's literally 6 or 5 in the morning. And I was like, what? For real? It's like, yeah, like around 7:30. You didn't come in? I was like, yeah, I can come in. So I fucking go. I was just glad I didn't fucking smoke. I was like, oh fuck, you guys good I didn't smoke. So I fucking got in there, got my fucking welding hood, and then they tested me on something that it has to have like a gap in the center. And this gap has no metal, and you as you're working, you have to start from the bottom up, and you have to work with gravity. So they ask you to put in a certain gap between that metal to be able to give it enough contact for fusion. You put in another piece of metal, and you add like rod. This rod melts into the puddle that you just created after heating up the torch. As you're going up this thing, you're trying to add in that rod to give it that metal that it's missing inside to give it that fusion. I didn't get that fusion on the inside, but my outside, everything else looked fine. It looked good, and they liked it. They just said, look, we're gonna hire you. We're gonna hire you at
I just hit a perfect on somebody. Holy.
We're gonna hire you at $25, right? And as time goes on, you're doing a great job. Like, this is looking good. This looks nice. Like, good job. Like, and then afterwards, they had enough time for me to start welding and practicing. I started practicing. As I started practicing, I started getting better. As I started getting better, they made me take a test. I failed that fucking test. And then so like 2 months after that, I was getting paid just to train. Mind you that. Like I wasn't even doing anything welding really. I was literally getting paid to train for a whole like 6 months. So I fucking trained up. I got my skills up. I fucking improved. I ended up doing a test for a certain size tube, and I don't know. I'd say like the size of a pencil. That would be the size of the tube, and then like the lead would be the size of the fucking opening throughout that tube. And I had to fill it up while in a 60-degree angle or 45-degree angle. And I had to fill it up without clogging up that hole so liquids could go through. I had to do 5 of those. I got it to the point where I had the tiniest of fucking holes, bro. Like you just pierce a fucking needle through something. Enough to get air through. And I fucking passed that test, bro. And after that, I was just like, whoa, what the fuck? They passed me. Like, I did good. I fucking started working on actual products. And oh my, I was fucking terrified. So I started working on these fucking products. And then as time goes on, I started getting more confidence. I started getting better. My weld started looking a lot more cleaner, a lot more professional, not a little bit more like uniform. And it was doing good. So after that, I started busting ass for that amount of time that I fucking got back onto welding and I got everything certified. Like, after that, they said, dude, you're doing a good job. They gave me a $2 raise. So now I'm making $27 an hour. So I'm hoping to talk them up to at least maybe 30.
Okay.
Be like, yo, look, I've been rent's going up and like I just need something to help me out and pay these bills. But that's when they fucking hit me up with that fucking interview for the 1 year of working there. That's the lore of my life.
W storytelling.
God damn, bro, that shit was crazy. There's a whole lot of lore in that bitch, bro. I fucked with it though. Like genuinely.
But yeah, my first ever welding job, bro. I was taking dabs at work. I was smoking fucking joints on lunch, bro. I was cooling. And then I ended up doing it again, but with a pen because it was a lot more discreet. Oh, bro, I was fucking just all fucking day, bro. Anytime because I was on night shift. Ain't no bosses on night shift. Ain't no fucking higher ups on night shift. My house was just lit as fuck, just working, listening to my music, fucking getting everything done, making sure it was done right and proper. Obviously, I wasn't sending out any shit that I wasn't proud of. Regardless if I was fucking high, doesn't mean I was stupid with it. But yeah, I was, man.
Oh my god, I just finished this dude.
Once I got back into the habit, I was like, yo, I need to quit this shit. I can't be doing this again. First workplace, bro, I had a dude, literally, his whole ice chest was filled with tall cans.
What?
Straight tall cans, bro. I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck? He's like, you want some, bro? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. He's like, you want to take a dab? I was like, you got dabs? Let me get some of that. This motherfucker pulls out that electric pen, or not the electric pen. He pulls out one of those fucking what are those called? Fuck, what are they called? I'm trying to think of the name. The straws, the fucking. It's like a type of like take a dab. So you fucking heat up the end of the tip. It's like a metal tip. You heat it up with a torch. You have your wax, and you just basically use that heat and inhale whatever that smoke is getting created, because it's evaporating the fucking wax as that heat, as you're putting that fucking that metal.
So let me ask you this, right? You don't care if I like post this whole conversation, right? Because I've been locked in on sparking the entire time.
No, I don't care.
All right, bet.
And then so fucking this dude is literally at work. He offered me this shit, and I started smoking it, and I'm just taking my little hit as he's literally pouring a whole tall can into his hydro flask filled with ice, just casually dipping that shit in there. And he was a part of assembly line, bro. So all he was doing was putting stuff together, so it wasn't much of a problem. He was probably just getting off a good buzz and then, get off his day. And I was just like, damn, bro. And then another motherfucker fucking, let's see, was snorting coke in the porta potties outside.
Ew.
And then he
Wait,
got caught.
Coke in the porta potties? Is that what you said? Yeah, I wanna know if I got that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got caught. And then there was another dude that had his brother fucking, what's it called? Clock in for him, and he wasn't in work yet. He was just coming in. So they were doing this for a while. So they ended up catching him. He ended up getting fired, him and his brother. And then afterwards, while this is my first welding job, by the way. This is all going on in my first welding job.
That could have gone either way.
And so after that,
Thanks for a great fight.
literally I was at work, and then all the police show up.